few minutes for people to tune in. I don't have a ton to say, and also, well, everything I want to say, I want to wait until there's at least someone here. I'm going to start my coffee. Very mild sometimes, but also, ooh, good catch. I mean, it does have a case. It doesn't take much of the rim to protect it, but slid off the counter and I caught it with my thumb. That means give it a thumbs up. If for nothing else, that. But hopefully more than that too. Let us know.
Speaker.
Sorry?
The speaker.
On the dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cloth, where are you? Here you are. Sorry for the slow start. You can always skip ahead if you're seeing this afterwards. Honestly and truly, I've only been rolling for 2 minutes or so. I guess I do have the laptop handy, but I don't really plan to be rolling that long once somebody tunes in to really consider putting the title there for the scrollers. You know, because if they see it, they might look at it and decide if there's something they want to watch, but I will say though that this is going to be a message not really about bragging, maybe a smidgen, but more so about being a good person. Let me just put a bit of this in. Not a lot of room for both, and I'm just worried that this might be a bit sweet. Maybe the last time I got this I didn't like it either, I don't remember. Anyway, I'm hoping that comments will show up. There seems to be, I saw a couple live chats today. I didn't spend a lot of time on YouTube really, or at least watching stuff, and was working, so I'm very confused, and I'm hoping to see the chat work in this. And I just wanted to share a little story that somebody told me, and basically they were, I don't want to be too specific because I don't know if it was obvious. Let's just say this. What is that little blurb? Is that what it usually says? Yeah. Hi. But still. So, I wanted to share this story. Basically, there was a disabled man who was shopping at a donation center. Actually, a very rare place where things are free. But in the whole wide world, there could be a few of those. especially in poor places. He always says that our city isn't rich, but I always think there's always a mix. Some people have good jobs and live in mansions. Some people have decent jobs and live in houses. Some people have lower income, and most of those are the ones that live in apartments or with somebody. And then there's homeless people. You know, basically, there was somebody there. Okay, and I hope that the comment section works. Basically, because it's been a bit wonky, I think. So this disabled man was shopping at a place where items are actually just given away, and he had ordered a special bus for. I mean, it's interesting what I did today and a memory I have, because one that is a little less specialized of a bus, but a lot of people with disabilities still use it. There's a situation happened there too, where they wouldn't wait for me to just for the person to just drop off the things in a donation bin and then get back on. And then, you know, I would have been fine, probably, if we had to go a roundabout way to get back to home, or even if he got me a little bit closer. I mean, he didn't say that this wasn't going in that direction, or you know. I mean, it could have been a bit that, like, I'm not going that way. But then I would have said, and I said that I initially said I was fine with it. I would have said, well then, I'll wait till you're kind of at least nearby, or yeah. Well, he got to the stretch, so I'm not getting ready for that yet. But anyway, basically, I don't want to wait around too long, to be honest. Got other things I want to watch and look at. But basically, the individual was in work mode and says to the person that was standing outside the bus, the driver, can I help with something? And it was kind of an interesting. I mean, maybe it was, but it was also kind of interesting that he thought they might need help, or that the interchange even happened. He says, "I'm here to pick up this guy," and gave the name. Whether that's even should have happened, I don't know. And then I spilled a bunch of coffee, and it's all good. Good at that today. Not a bunch of coffee. Not as much as the other day. I almost don't want to wash it because I'm just going to use it like this, but... Or I could use a strainer. I don't see one, but I could find one. I guess the other one's in there. I could do that. A little bit different, but I could. I feel like it might work. Oh no, because it's going to get... Well, that's what I want, is to put the liquid out. That way I can put some sugar in here. Thankfully the dog didn't walk off with this. And yeah, he has been better at dropping things lately. Anywho, says to the guy, here to pick up this guy in a wheelchair. This is his name. And I don't want you to think I can give this to you just yet. And what was it a couple times actually? Just now and before. And if he's not here in 2 minutes, I gotta leave. The person that told me, and I agree, kind of, feels like should have been said that. Well, I'm really sorry, but like I have other people to pick up, so I can only wait a couple minutes. And people use that word "couple" loosely, and I'm not judging them, but are they talking about people or in general? Sorry. But basically, So I said, okay, I'll go let him know. And then the store, for whatever reason, I'm not sure, gives somebody something to do for their job, or it was a volunteer, I guess, I'm not really sure. I have a checkout procedure. And so he was doing that, and he said he'd be right along. I think it was relayed to me that was relayed to him. He ran back out. The guy was getting back in the thingy and ready to go. Although, I mean, I guess it was also how the first interaction went. And basically, he said, I'll be right along. And he said, well, I can't wait. I've got to go. And it just, so the guy ended up, for whatever reason, didn't have, other options. Maybe, I don't know, available to him to pick him up. So he ended up having to call a cab. And he made a good point that this guy is... Now, I mean, some people that are disabled are very crafty, and they find things to do and make some money for themselves, and that's lovely. But a lot don't, and they struggle. Low income. And, even somebody that has a bit of an income with the price of things these days likely can't afford a cab. So, I don't know if he chipped in, but they all felt bad there. And maybe they did. He might never come back there. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about this transit thing. But, we couldn't fit a bike in our car, and we didn't know that this had occurred ourselves. And we'd already done a bunch of running around and spent a lot of money, too, so, kinda. Although Christmas is not about material things. But, so I don't know if it would make sense to help this guy out. But again, we didn't know till afterwards, but this was kind of mentioned to us. But yeah, just not really good communication, whether English is the first language or not. Not very friendly, not very thoughtful and considerate, not very empathetic. But, if you have to pick somebody else, you don't want to be late for them. But honestly, I think that the drivers, especially for these specialized buses, should be given contact information for the other person to let them know if they're running a bit late. But then I guess it sets back everything. It is true. So really it's just how he phrased things. Kind of like what I was saying earlier. Except this is no. I don't look at it as a good thing. Nobody does. So essentially you're saying that what you are is not a good thing. And some things are definitely more in that category than other things. No, sorry. Brr, that's funny. Where do you live in the world? We're getting ready for brr here. No, it's our dog. He's had his walk this evening, even though he just gotten back from the bike from work, and it's not the nicest out. And then, first time on the channel, how'd you come across it? I'm in Canada, what about you? Or is it bro, be right back, or right back, bro? I'm confused. Anywho, but I wasn't going to be rolling that long, but we'll see. I'm not that hungry. I had a big lunch. Anyway, he hasn't had dinner yet, but he'll eat when we eat, which is the usual time, because it snowed. So, ironically, when it's summer, what do you call yourself? Sunny? Warm? With a chance of rain? We got 3 of you here. Welcome. Okay, well, comments seem to be working now. Earlier, I gotta apologize. People are welcome to come back and put what they said if they saw the other videos, but, and you can put it anywhere, really, on the channel. But, yeah, comments weren't showing up earlier. Well, the first one of the day I saw 2, and they were one of my mods. And I'm trying to decide whether to keep this other guy's mug because I think that our values are a little bit different. Or they might be similar, but they're coming from a different angle. And one is a bit more of a judgy angle, I think. So, I don't know. So on that topic, I'm not going to say who it was about, and I decided that I wasn't going to keep that video viewable right now. So, but basically, this individual who I do like and care about, is this your first time on the channel, by the way? And you're not want to say where, just generally where you are in the row? You know, now that we're chatting, maybe I will give the dog a second chew stick of the day. I just wish they were consistent sizes and that none of them are sharp. I think it's the only ones we have right now. I'm not going to put you back upstairs. Okay, it's very tiny, but take it. Okay. So anywho, oh really? Really? Got me really curious. You got me really curious as to, this might be the first time that, a local, is, seeing me to my knowledge. But anyway, this individual, you know, I'm not going to say who, and I don't mean to, that was not my first time here. I don't mean to be saying anything bad about him, so I want to go get a water. Sorry to get up again. After this, I'll sit down and not shut up. But then I will have to put the pizza in soon. Please forgive me on that. So yeah, basically, he was saying, you know, I don't even know if I need to say what specifically it was about. I feel like he would, him and people like this would apply this to a lot of different things. Young man, I think his values and morals are good, but I do feel like they are a little bit I just don't like, basically he said the phrase, accept the sin, not the sinner, about something that isn't exactly sinful. I mean, some people may be a bit more sinful that connect to that particular thing, but I mean, that's even up for definition. I'm just putting a colder one into a warm one, so it's not so burr. I mean, I guess I would have taken it a little bit better and been not really even surprised if he had said, well, I don't believe that in that, even saying I don't believe that is right wouldn't have been great. Saying it doesn't go with my religious beliefs, but I accept you. But then again, I could read between the lines and say, okay, but you don't really, you know? Like, you know, it's I don't want to say wishy-washy, but it's wishy-washy or on the fence acceptance, you know. And I mean, part of me is, you know, and anybody else who has that said to them about anything would probably feel like, well, some acceptance is at least some acceptance, but and it's not even a matter of differences. The other one was just drunk, I think. But, yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way. And, yeah, if you don't want to say exactly where you are in Canada, what are you near? Like, as far as what places are you near? I'm not great at geography, and I haven't seen a lot of Canada myself, even. Other than the places I've lived in an airport. But I myself have been low income a lot, too. But east. What are you in? I'll just say near Winnipeg. Not exactly Winnipeg, but near Winnipeg. East would be or east. Oh, okay. Okay. Listen, we got three of you here. Well, I'll tell you this much. I don't speak any French. So, very little. Very little. But what was it that came up? I know my mother had French onion soup at lunch, but I can't remember, and it looked really good. Although I don't know about croutons and soup. Okay, well that's good then. That makes two of us? Or what is it? Dur? That makes hors d'oeuvres of us. What? Sounds tasty, doesn't it? Just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, this is the thing. I feel like this individuals and others like him, and again, not saying who, I feel like, yeah, if it wasn't for, and I'm not trying to knock someone's faith or say that they shouldn't have a faith, I feel like they'd be better, though, as a person, if they step back from it a little bit. It is though the kind of thing. Are you still there? Yeah. It is though the kind of thing. When you're in an online conversation or in person, it's a little bit different in writing, or at least I'd like to think so. But some people, they don't always take their time to see how they're coming across in writing either. And I mean, I'm not judgy, and I want things to feel as natural as possible. But in the moment, especially if you have a certain way that you are used to reacting, I can understand. But ideally, it would have been, either what I said earlier, or just, it's interesting. How it came up was kind of funny. He thought that he saw the mailman. I said, not the male woman. And he said, well, a man can't be a woman. I said, well, that's not entirely true. Now, I guess it's true that unless they have completely transitioned, or on the internet, I guess it's true that you'd still either be one or the other. So when they say that there's a gazillion genders, or not a gazillion, but no, there's man, woman, and trans is either one of those or in between. And even though trans is not non-binary, I would say those are the two in between. So I would say there's 3, maybe 4. But I couldn't believe that somebody in this day and age and younger would say that yeah. Again, not to be mean to him or whatever. He also said he wasn't much into listening to music, but if he did, it would be faith music. I mean, not surprised. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm agnostic, but And again, I'm not here to bash his faith. It's not that I don't believe, but I also don't believe in well, I guess mentioning it was kind of asking an opinion. You don't either. To what part that I said? Are you even still here? Because at the top it doesn't indicate it. So I don't know when that came in. But I hope you're still here. I'm enjoying chatting. So you scared the other two, right? Are you still here? Hush. You know what? I might just give him his fruit early, and then he'll do this later when we're eating. I don't know what it is. He gets lots of love and attention. I really don't know what it is. And my other dog today, who I hadn't seen in a long, long time, was... Oh, you want to go out there? Okay. It's really getting cold, but I do want to get this dog in here. I think he does that. He gets lots of activity. I think he does that, though, because he's like, well, don't you want to come out and play with me in here? Take him for walks. When it's, been the nicer weather, we take him to a play area. No, I've been outside a lot today. I'm a little under the weather. It's not the nicest. Could be worse. Could be more burr, but no, I'm good, thanks. But, yeah, so, I guess I just, and I'm not even saying that one's faith doesn't have to be important to them. I'm just saying that um, largely I think it should be a personal thing that you don't necessarily put out there. That you don't necessarily. I mean, some people say that about a lot of things, I suppose. But when you do, of faith, you're going to come across, even if you're trying not to, somewhat, you're going to come across as judgy. Um, in some circumstances. Um, and, yeah. So, yeah. But, anyway, I don't feel any more like singing right now just because I'm still sick and I don't. Uh, we'll see about the weekend. Um, how I'm feeling. I think this morning I seem to remember I woke up kind of feeling so and I'd slept well. So, and as far as, yeah, and then I don't know, I might try and film some of the event I'm going to be at in a few days. We'll see. We'll see. But it makes me glad to be me. I'll tell you that much. As much as I sometimes wish I wasn't. I know. And I think we may all relate to that. But some people are really, really loving their life and really, really like themselves. Maybe don't feel that. I mean, I'm mostly do, and I'm thankful. But yeah, so anyway. And the question is, who wouldn't? No, anyway. I don't me. I want to talk about you. But occasionally, I want to talk about me. This came to mind. Maybe I do a little bit of singing. You have a song you'd like to hear a snippet of? Don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way. Looks like the comments are working, unless they've stopped working. Let me look on this other device, actually, because that did happen earlier. Uh, but, yeah, I'm going to try a couple things here. And yeah, if, yeah. And then, oh, it's only 7:30. Good golly, Miss Molly. It feels so much later than that. Did you just say good golly, Miss Molly? She sure likes to rock. She's got me rocking and I'm rolling. Um, yeah, like, my name is Marley. Make content day a little faster and easier with camera video templates. I don't know why that's not. Is that showing it there even? But it is showing an icon, which makes me think, okay, that's what that means then. What did that say? This device. Okay. Actually, I just want to see something for a moment here. Okay, well, I just tried to like. Oh, okay. There it is. But yeah, not yet. Okay. Been there in a big ages, man. Like, really? I can hear your dog barking back. Yeah, I almost do feel like I might not go with it. Even though I said for a couple days, like, I have, like, tightness in this area. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, that individual the phone must have died. Or device he was on. Um, I don't don't know what that's about. If he comes back, I'm a little bit curious about the post that I'm seeing on the page. There's not a whole lot to see, but you do sound like a good person. You do. You know, and I'm happy to be this person, Mom, by the way, but it doesn't mean that I want to the people that I, you know, even when they're not causing a problem, they just have a weird vibe or whatever. You know, but, yeah. Anywho. Nice guy that can make some of these stuff. I didn't know that because I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I think I'm going to wrap her up. Do something else, do a few other things, and yeah. You ever notice that when you got kind of like a cold or whatever, it seems to be worse later in the evening? So, anyway. But if I go to bed too early, I'll be up too early. And tomorrow I don't have to be. Fortunately, there is a Saturday coming up, although I'm looking forward to it. It was well priced considering that there's 2 meals and a lot of information. It was like, well, you know, you won't know it if you leave early. It says I won't know it. I wouldn't know the other stuff either if I didn't know until I know it, kind of thing. But basically, yeah, I'm gonna have to get there for like 8:30. So leaving at like 8 or 8:15. You know, I guess they planned it because they figured a lot of people are working during the week, and even though they're Christmas or whatever. But yeah, so and there'll be lots of opportunity to network. I mean, I'd rather network when I'm more awake anyway. I might try and have a bit of coffee at home, just because, you know, even though it doesn't miss, I know that's the coffee I like. We'll go from there. But I mean, I want to get home and I might be buzzing, I might be boozing, but then after that, I'd be sleeping. Although that would be like 7. I might just not get a nap, but I'm definitely gonna rest. But I'm looking forward to it. But it's early mornings, especially a Saturday. Why would someone want to do that? Why don't you start at 10? Because they don't want to finish too late, maybe, I guess. I don't know. But I guess, you know, it's a number of hours, and honestly, they probably figure that people will come whenever they want to, you know. So, and you didn't say that spaces were filling up fast. So they said last year, I think that they had 100 people, but, or in the hundreds. But yeah, but yeah, that place come up. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up. Talk to you later. Bye.